Well, there's still a lot more museum to look at. Like that. This place looks like a fortune teller's house. This is Late Duke Hudson. I think we clicked it already.
Found one!
Whoa.
Okay, my goal still is to study the exhibits, so there must be something else here. Scale. Can I just look at this? Yeah. Let's try leaving and see if it triggers something. We haven't examined everything in the museum just yet. Let's look around a bit more. What? Where? Long history. Am I correct in believing that you two are searching for a lead on the Elysian Box? Yes, that's right. Would you happen to know anything about it? I'm sure you already know that the Elysian Box is a Hertzen family heirloom. At Mr. Beluga's request, I have been researching the history of Volsense and the Hertzen family. In doing so, I uncovered a secret in this town's history that reveals the truth of the Elysian Box. Intriguing. What is the secret you speak of? It's easy to ask that question when you don't know what you're getting into, Mr. Layton. But if you thirst for the truth and are ready to face it, you do well to visit the town mine. Many miners used to keep little journals down there to document their time below ground. If you can find one of those, you'll have a first-hand account of what transpired back then. Thank you for the advice. We'll have to take a look for ourselves. Come, Luke. Let's head to the mine. Okay. It wasn't an exhibit. I had to talk to him again. Got it. We've wanted to look at the mine all game, but now it's time to actually do it. So they keep bringing it up. Ever since she left, Father and I have been at each other's throats day and night. The mysterious disease plaguing our town continues to drive people to flee their homes for a safer life elsewhere. If only she had stayed with me, I feel like I could have weathered the storm. I still ask myself why she left this town. If she truly loved me, then why did she leave? What do you want? A ghost that's gone by 12 times? I've been here for hours. It's also fascinating. I'm totally captivated. Kurt's all very excited, but would you like some tea? That sounds great. She didn't even like ask for tea. We just introduced tea unrelated because she's into ghosts. I was skipping it because I thought it was just the prompts leading up to the tea stuff. And she goes on about ghosts. Sweet, mild, and spicy. Okay. Isn't that the dream spice? The bubble one, the dandelion, the nuts. Yes, okay. The fact that it doesn't tell me. Okay, no, it's okay. So this one does say sweet, mild, and spicy right there. Sometimes when you're cross-comparing, you're like, damn, this stuff does not all fit on the screen. Hey, there really is something a little mysterious about the way this tea tastes. Good job. I'm glad you like it. Oh yeah, it was great. Let me thank you by telling you where all the creepiest ghosts in town hang out. Folson's has got oodles of ghost watching spots. I'm creeped out enough already, but thanks anyway, I guess. Oh, clearing her T status cleared her T
here.
status separately? I repeated, that's why I clicked on her before, was because I was trying to find this coin. There it is.
Found one.
And by the time I was done, with the puzzle I got opted into, I forgot what I was doing. One of them is Clover? Oh, Joyroot Clover. Some kind of leaf, and then something that works on colds. Oasis leaf. Joyroot Clover. That works on colds. Immune boosting.
Whoa.
It's a bit bitter for my taste. That's how you know it works, my boy. The Japanese say that good medicine is bitter to the taste. Just the Japanese. Nobody else has ever said that about medicine. What? Oh, I think you might be onto something there, Professor. I feel all warm inside now. Improve circulation. Okay. So that's what the other person wanted then earlier. Yummy, Marina smiles. Thanks, mister. This tea is great. It makes my tummy feel all warm inside. I'm gonna try making this for Dad. Sometimes when I look at him, he seems so old and tired. This'll make him less old somehow. Maybe the garlic fumes from his shop are playing funny tricks on my eyes. Hello, terrifying long man.
I can tell by looking at you that you want to chat with me about something. But before we do that, let's take care of a little business first.
Disappearing Act 4. You know the drill by now. Move the ball, blah, blah, blah. Number 4, though? Haven't I only done 1? This one seems intense. Okay. Mm-hmm. Kill me. I keep getting back to this one. Is there a smart way to handle this? Because that just cuts you off. Bum bum bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum bum bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum bum. Ooh, okay. The same patterns over and over and over again. Save me. Down to 2. I get here a lot. I don't think it's a solvable shape though, is it? Like down, down, or over. I think it always falls apart. Oh, these get old. Okay. Okay. Ah! Oh, right in the middle too. That's
This
satisfying.
should do the trick.
Correct.
There we have it.
Nice. The only condition for solving these puzzles is eliminate all but one blah blah. Why am I reading this? I know what I did.
Good work, fellows. Here in Fulsense, there aren't many people or things to do, so folks tend to fixate on their hobbies. After all, hobbying sure beats sitting around staring at the wall.
I haven't spoken to him for a bit. Sure was garlicky in here. Yep.
Sometimes I get so bored I just count with my fingers over and over.
That's why you play that game. Got it. We're going outside. You hear that, Zach? You two must have nerves of steel to come all the way out here. But that doesn't mean I won't test what you're made of. Try this puzzle on for size. Different suits. Below are 16 cards. There are 4 cards from each suit: diamonds, clubs, spades, and hearts. The cards are arranged in 4x4 grids shown below. The 4 cards have already been put, and 4 cards have been put down. Arrange the remaining cards so that each blah blah blah. It's Sudoku, right? Yep. So no repeats. This one can't be a spade. It's a bad place to start overall. And this one has to be a heart. Because these 3 are all on that spot already. That means that this one has to be... No. It's not narrowed down to 1. Can I narrow one down to 1? This one has to be a club. That means this one has to be a spade. Alright. That means this one has to be spade. These ones have to be diamond and club, but I can't narrow down which one's which because this is a heart, heart, spade, spade. Spade, spade again. Trying to find a place where there's 3 of the things already accounted for. This one's, yeah. Spade, club. Even down here, it's club, club. It's only narrowing down 2 of the things. Is there a way to guarantee it? These have to be heart and diamond, but it's not narrowed down. These have to be club, diamond. Each vertical column, horizontal row, and diagonal line of the 4 cards contains 1 of each suit. Okay, diagonals count. Am I in trouble already yet? I don't think so. This one can't be a diamond because there's a diamond diagonal. It has to be... No. If we're including diagonals, then all 4 suits are currently already in range. Oh, but it has to... No, each diagonal line doesn't mean all diagonals. It means literally just these two diagonal crisscrosses. Saying that these have to be a diamond and a club, right? But there's a club here, so this one can't be a club, so this one's a diamond. No, this one's a diamond, I mean. This one's the club. That makes this one the heart, because the other diagonal, or this diagonal. All that's left in this row has to be the diamond. Okay, that narrows it down a ton. This has to be the spade because of these guys. Has to be the last diamond. This is a club. And this one is a heart. No repeat. No repeat. No repeat. No repeat. No repeats. Gotta check all of them. Diagonals.
This should do the trick. And there we have it.
There we go. So yeah, I missed the diagonal roll for a bit. That's what I'm talking about. Primo puzzle solving right there. Listen, Harrison Castle is on the other side of this forest. No one will come within a mile of it, but I hear the Duke's fortune is just sitting there in piles. If you're thinking about heading in, keep your guard up against the vampire or whatever's in there. Bonus puzzle. Hey, this fork in the road is my turf. What's the big idea? Oh, well, since you came all the way here, why not try your hand at this puzzle I've got? The follow-up dialogue also seems to imply that we just talked for the first time. No! Disappearing Act 5. I might have just forgotten having already done other ones or something before. I'm not sure. But, oh, this got intense really quickly. Okay. I feel like I just did one of them and then suddenly we were doing 4 and 5. This one looks like a lot. Okay. I feel like I want to go towards the middle as much as possible because if I go towards the outside, we get in corners where you have fewer chances. Do 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 do. These are brutal to do back to back. Especially when you're doing a show where people want you to talk. And you're like, I don't know what to tell you, man. I'm just poking at this. I don't think I can really detail a strategy right now. And it's all diagonals. The moment that happens, you lose. I don't know if I understand. I mean, I guess on some level I understand the fans of these games, but I don't get it. Cause it's like they're like not. They feel less like time. Like they feel less like puzzles and more like time wasters. Like they're just meant to eat up time as you fiddle with a thing for a long time. In some of these cases, just trying to get anywhere. I'm just not sure that people tend to like solve these puzzles as I would generally call it. So much as just they arrive at it being done eventually. If I do this, they all become diagonal and we lose. But now it happens anyway. Oh, this sucks. Okay. On a small scale, it was kind of fun because it was like, pick out the little pattern that makes this doable. When it becomes larger, you're like, I don't want to live anymore. And I think the night puzzles had a similar scaling where you're like at the beginning you're like, yeah, oh, it's just a little like 12 square thing, and I got to figure out the one pattern that works, and it's like a little satisfying to find it because there's only so many options. But this is like a actually nightmarish amount of choices. Oh, we got close. Okay. I'm wondering if this is the smartest way to handle the outside rows. I'm just here shamelessly trying to see if there's a symmetrical way of solving the puzzle. But no, by then it breaks down. Look how tough and cool I am. Alright. That part just feels right, but who knows if that's actually even helpful. There was for a moment like a genuine sense of betrayal when I realized I was having to do this again so quickly. Okay, so Still hoping this is the solution because it just feels right every time this part happens. Hello. I jump this way, I lose immediately. Jump up. And this can still go, which goes towards that. Hey.
This should do the trick. Ha! Wonderful.
Wonderful. You tore through that puzzle like it was nothing. Wild things have live in this forest, pal. If you're set on going deeper, you're gonna be prepared for danger. I feel like something could jump out at any minute.
Jackpot!
Why do you think Duke Harrison built his home so far away from town? Forget dodging vampires. Back in the day, even going to get supplies must have been treacherous. All this ivy only makes the place seem more ominous. Bizarrely hard to click on the one interactive spot. I guess maybe it requires the traversal screen. That must be what's going on. The gate's locked shut. Let's go, Luke. This must be the mine we heard about, Professor. Yes, and it appears to be sealed off. Just imagine it, Luke. They used to dig for gold here. From what we've heard about the gold changing the town, there must have been a ton of it down here. But if it did so much for the town's development, why would they seal off the place? That's a question we might be able to answer if we can find some account of what transpired here. No sense in any more speculation. Let's venture in. Whoops. Time for camera.
Jackpot!
Mine entrance. Bush.
Let's see if this works.
That one was quick and
almost
easy.
too easy.
Alright, what next? Overturned, dirt pile under it, little dirt inside of it. Weird stick. Oh, it's the brake lever, probably.
And now to test my theory.
Yatta!
A true gentleman leaves no puzzle unsolved.
The bush is here. Two wheels, curvy track. The same. 4 up here, this side then that side. Boop, boop, boop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the easiest one so far, I
This
think.
should do the trick. And there we have it.
Now one of those spots is a puzzle. That one. Professor, I think I've stumbled upon a hidden puzzle here. I have no idea how many there are in the game. I think we've passed 100. The box shown below is fitted with a lock consisting of 2 dials. The box shown below is fitted with a lock consisting of 2 dials. You can't turn the blue dial, but when you turn the red dial, the blue dial moves an equal amount. To see the relationship between the 2 dials, you turn the red one from its original position, as shown below. In order to open the lock, you must turn the blue dial to 3, 6, 4, and finally 1, in that order. Since you can't turn the blue dial directly, what numbers must you turn the red dial to in order to produce the desired numbers on the blue dial? When you turn the red dial, the blue dial moves an equal amount. Am I missing something? That seems impossible. On the top one, it's pointing at 0, and the blue dial is 3 notches counterclockwise from the red one. But in the next one, down there, when it's pointing at 3, it's only 1 notch counterclockwise from the red one. Is it moving the opposite direction? Because 1, 2, 3 to get there, and this one goes 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah, it's going kind of. They're going in opposite directions. That's oof. Okay, so turn the blue dial to 3. That means we need to turn it clockwise, counterclockwise here to make that one go clockwise, so red one needs to be pointing at 2 for red blue to go to 3. Make the blue one go to 6, goes there, so then it needs to be 7. We're gonna go from 0 to 7 for that to go to 6. 4. But this one, to make this one go down 2, this one needs to go up 2, so 1. Then point this one at 1. Make this go up to 1, this one has to go down to 4. 2, 7, 1, 4.
This should do the trick.
Please? Okay, there we go.
And there we have it.
That was tough. Now I got it. Just takes a moment of thinking it through once you know the answer. Or once the mechanic is out. Phew! That one was no picnic. This a secret? Yep. And is this a secret? This one's nothing. It's clear this cart has been sitting out here for a while. Oh, jeez. I wonder what substance this pipe carried. What does this meter measure? That was 3 very fast coins. This door isn't going to open, Professor. Yes, it would seem that we need to solve this puzzle first. The gear switch. Oh god. The button that opens the door in front of you is buried deep within the machine, so you can't push it directly. However, by pulling the knob at the top to the left or right, you can move the various gears and plates in the machine, allowing you to press the button at the bottom. In order to hit the open button, should you pull the knob towards A or B? If this goes this way, then this one will go this way. Make that one go. Push that one down. Pushes that one down. That one's to the right. Makes this one go down this side. Pushing this one to the left. Making this one go to close, so it's B.
Consider this puzzle solved.
Ta-da! It's a binary choice, so you get it right on the first try, or you've functionally failed and you can never recover. Excellent, the door is open now. Let's proceed on. I'm amused because, like, this was just not a puzzle in the universe. In the real world, they had a lever that goes in 2 directions. So you just push it in a direction. And if it doesn't work, you press the other direction. That's how it was for them. It's functionally how it was for me too, but I'm just like, they didn't even need to solve it if they, I don't even know if they could. Look! There's something on the wall here. That is most certainly a puzzle. Let's take a closer look, shall we? All the doors in the maze below have only open in one direction. Each door can be opened by pushing from the direction shown below, but when approached from the opposite direction, no amount of pushing or pulling will open it. If you tried to go through the whole maze from the start and pass through every room, you'd never make it to the exit. However, this feat would be possible if one of the doors could open in the opposite direction. Could you find and circle this door? Okay. So they're push-only doors. We're looking for a path that only has one mistake in it, basically. We're trying to do this, basically, or some variation of that. Okay, you can't do anything like that. Okay, so it's actually impossible, I think, to do any pattern that isn't either this one or this one, right? Because of the configuration. So that makes it pretty easy. One of these 2 paths mostly works, basically. In here. That one has 2 errors. Oh, geez, it's all errors there. Okay. Okay, that's the thing. Okay. You have to pass through every room, but it doesn't say you have to pass through them once. But if you go this way, you immediately have 2 doors that don't work. Maybe if this one was fixed, let's see, no. Count this one is fixed, you can go that way, then that way, then that way. I'm not seeing it. Let's see. All the doors in the maze below only open in one direction. And your goal is to pass through every room. Working backwards from the ending, maybe. Doop, doop, doop. Doop, doop. You have to pick the paths that are have to pick the doors that are pointing at us to do it backwards. Going backwards often being a way of getting through puzzles more easily. Mazes. But if I try to go this way, two doors are both pointing inward at me. I really thought I narrowed it down to like the two options. I feel like this is the problem area. Because every time I go back to this area, I can't get around. There's just too many weird contradictory doors. We cancel this one. We go up. The only way through here is left. Up, right. Then we go to the exit, but that'd be stupid. We can go down. No. Right, down, down, left, up, left, yeah. So we can loop around, then get to the exit. So it is this door right here. Ta-da! Kill it with fire and knives.
Piece of cake.
I finally solved it. Still, it's odd, Professor. Why would someone go to the trouble of placing a puzzle down here? Perhaps the miners made puzzles to pass the time between shifts as they worked in the mine. Who put this diary key in the puzzle? The what? Luke, are you hallucinating? My father fell ill from that sickness and has passed on. I also heard that many of the people who left Folsense have formed a small village a safe distance from town. I imagine she lives there now, too. I've decided to send her a letter. As Duke, I can't leave town, but I've entrusted my message with a man who is passing through town. Now, all I can do is wait for her reply. Yep, these two locations are tied.
Jackpot!
This pickaxe is covered in dust, which is not unusual because it's in a mine. What could the switch be for? I hope this isn't part of the lift. Can't go in here?
Found one!
Seems like we can't. We'll need to get this lift running again if we want to head farther into the mine. But how do we do that? Aha! I see some severed wires over there. I bet that the reason the lift isn't moving. Let's see. Yes. Go ahead and reconnect them, Luke. That should fix our problem. No! God, can I have more good puzzles back to back and without the fucking unblock me's and all these sliding tile style things and the Chinese checkers thing? The circuit board for the elevator contains a puzzle. According to the instructions, you need to make the blue and red balls switch places in order to restore power. Oh, goodness. Oh, and you can't move those ones. Okay. Okay. So blue and red have swapped places, and now I just need to like keep everything moving in a circle, I guess. Bit stuck right now. Can we make everything go backwards? We can, okay. Ooh, that wasn't the
Let's
worst
see if
one.
This works. Layton's apprentice strikes again.
Oh, the lift is making some noise. I think it's fixed. Excellent. I suppose our next move should be to head down then. Ta-da! Oops. What do you think, Luke? But this safe holds some of the journals that Grinko mentioned. Well, we wouldn't know until we open it, but how do we open it? The lock is rather complicated. Let me see if I can decipher the code. Find the 4-number code that opens the safe. You can use the numbers 0 through 5 in your answer, but each number can only be used once. The small lights next to each row of numbers are the key to finding the code, as they tell you how much in common that row has with the final code. Each white light indicates that a number that matches 1 in the code but is in a different place in the sequence. An orange light indicates a number that is in the code and in the correct spot. Tap the numbers at the bottom end of the code. So it's like Wordle type stuff. Colors are slightly backwards from what I would expect them to be, I feel like, but let's see. So every white one means it's one of the correct numbers but in the wrong spot, and every orange means that it's currently in the right spot. Okay, so for starters, God, what if it's 0451? That'd be funny. 0451. It can't be because two of them have to be. Yeah, only one of these is right. So it can't be 0451. But it is the numbers 0451 because right here, all 4 of these are loaded up. So that's the 4 numbers. 4150, and 2 of them are in the right spot and 2 of them are in the wrong spot. That means this 3 is wrong. And this 2 is wrong. That's good. We know the 2 and 3 are wrong, which means that the 0 and 1 are the first 2 digits. Because these are orange means they're in the right spot. So the last 2 digits are 4 and 5 in some order. Zero, 1, 5, 0. So the 1's in the right spot here, and the 5 must be the other one that's in the right spot, because the 4 is not even over there. And we know the 0's wrong. So it's 0, 1, 5, 4. I don't have to look at the rest, I'm pretty sure. think that's it.
Consider this puzzle solved.
There we go.
And there we have it.
Ta-da! That did the trick. Have a look at this, Professor. Ah, this looks like a worker's journal. This is just the thing we've been looking for, Luke. Perhaps it can shed some light on what transpired here. Let's see what it says. We dug up some funny mineral that I'd never seen before here in Duke's gold deposit. He's sure the ore can be refined into some other kind of precious metal. Personally, I feel like there's something sinister about the stuff, not that the Duke cares one bit. No, he'll have his way, and we'll keep digging. I'd bet my life on that. Some other kind of precious metal? But I thought this was a gold mine. Ever since we unearthed that awful ore, folks have been dropping like flies from some unknown illness. So many people in town are sick that half of our workforce here has stopped coming in. What in the world is going on here? Gosh, that's just terrible. So many people must have been sick. Folson's run, as a gleaming beacon of prosperity, is at its end. This town is cursed and ruined. I suspect that we're just days away from shutting down this awful mine for good. I leave this diary behind so that anyone who tries to reopen the mine thinks twice. How odd. The date on the last entry is from just about 50 years ago. But that can't be right. The mine was up and running until recently. Yes, or so we've been told. But this has me thinking. Both this diary and Greenco suggest a connection between the Elysian box and the events in this mine. From what I can tell, all this traces back to a single man, the Duke himself. Even if he himself is long gone, his castle may yet contain the answers to all of our questions. So, does that mean we have to go visit the spooky castle for ourselves? Ha ha ha. Do you mean to tell me you're scared of the place? Of course not. A million vampires wouldn't scare me. If there truly is a vampire living in that castle, I'd very much like to make his acquaintance. Don't say things like that, Professor. If we met one, I'm sure he'd eat us on the spot. Time to go to the castle. So it seems likely that the bad mineral was probably inside of the box. I believe we've retrieved the records we came for. Let's take our leave now. But what's this? The lift is out of service again. I say, this won't do. Oh, but look here. There's a set of buttons built into the wall. Surely one of these buttons will send the lift back up, but they're disconnected. Oh god. The wires connecting the elevator to the button controlling it have been somehow severed. However, if you connect the negative and positive wires on the top to the wires carrying the same charge below, you can fix the elevator. To this, you need to draw the lines between the X-shaped terminals. Draw 2 lines to connect each positive and negative terminal to its counterpart and get the elevator running again. Okay. Ugh. Just drawing my lines. There's your pluses. There's your minus. Whoa. Spaghetti de-spaghettified. Yeah, there we go.
This should do the trick.
Yeah.
A true gentleman leaves no puzzle unsolved.
We're back in business. The elevator's working again. The buttons appear to be working. We should be able to leave the mine now. We have left the mine now. Oh, no, not quite. Surprise little... Okay, his face looks different than I expected. I thought it was... for a second there, I thought it was the guy from Tetris Plus. I was like, what? Hola, friend son. Am I glad to see you? I was sure I'd never see another soul ever again. Hey, I know you. I was traveling El Mundo, and last thing I remember I was in transito to Egypt. Tell me, Bitte, how long ago were these fine pyramids built? Sorry, sir, you're not in Egypt. Do you remember how you got here? I haven't the foggiest, senor. Un momento. Un minuto. I'm headed for Africa. And next minuto, I'm down here. With no one around, I started poking at this thing to pass the time. And I think I broke it. Ya. Help me fix it. S'il vous plaît. I don't know, French is hard. They're just bouncing through every single language. That's their gimmick. They're an explorer with no discernible location or source. Small ornaments dangle from a metal bar, and they've thrown the bar off balance. The 5 ornament strings are spaced equally apart, and each of the 3 types of ornaments weighs a different amount. The heaviest ornament weighs the same as 3 of the lightest ones, while a medium ornament weighs the same as 2 of the lightest ones. So they weigh 1, 2, and 3 in weight. Place one of the 3 ornaments in the rectangle in the space marked with a question mark to restore the bar's balance. I don't know how to measure the effect things have on a scale when they're all the way on the edge versus almost only halfway to the edge. I actually don't know how much that comes into play. Either, let's just try counting things and be simple about this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This doesn't matter, it's in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, so this side equals 16. Huh. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. Or 14, sorry. This one equals 14 on this side. This one equals 7, so we need to add 7 to it. And this is worth 2, so we need to add 5. We're only doing it in 1 ornament. Each of the 3 types of ornaments weighs a different amount. The heaviest ornament weighs the same as 3 of the lightest ones. Medium is 2. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. And then 2. These don't matter. Because this size is 9, so this has to be equal to 5. Am I wrong about which ones are what weight? They don't tell you which ones weigh what, I guess. It just seems intuitive that the one that looks like it's a perfect circle or sphere is probably the heaviest one because it's the biggest. A star looks like it's like maybe 2/3 as big, and the crescent might be 1/3 as big. Am I supposed to figure out the different sizes? two strands hanging farthest out on the bar are the same weight? So try comparing the ornaments on the far left to the ornaments on the far right. You might find something new. The two on the outside are the same weight. How do you know that? How am I supposed to know that? What is that information from? Weird. Usually the hints, like, are a logical connection to what you know so far. Why would I know that the two outside ones are the same weight as each other? Weird. Well, the one on the right has the least things, so I guess that means that the stars must be equal to 3. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So these are 3 and 1 and 2. So the stars weigh the most for some reason. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1. So add a moon. I don't really get this puzzle. I mean, I understand it now because I know what the numbers are. I don't know how you're supposed to find out what was what weight, or even know that the outside most strands were the same weight as each other. You can only tell which side is what weight. The crescent moon ornament is just heavy enough to balance things out. A single star ornament weighs the same as one sun and one moon together. The strand of ornaments is supposed to counterbalance the one with... The strand of ornaments that is supposed to counterbalance the one with a question mark doesn't have any star ornaments, but if you compare the ornaments as shown above, you can figure out what should go in the question mark regardless. Huh. Maybe I missed something? Oh, wunderbar. A million arigatos, me. Now I can finally leave this musty tomb. I don't know how many days have passed with me waiting to hear back from her. It's been so long. In fact, that even trying to figure out when I sent that letter has become difficult. Maybe she really doesn't love me. Maybe she's living in some other town, happily married to another man. Oh, Mr. Layton. Hello, mister. What brings you to these parts? Well, to be blunt, sir, I've been doing a bit of, spying on you for some time now. You've led quite the investigation, and it won't be long before it all snaps into focus for you. It is for that reason I feel I can no longer hide the truth of this place from you. What are you getting at, sir? You've seen my studio. All those pictures of the town there. Those are pictures I took. The ones in the station are my work as well. Those photographs have held my interest for some time now. As they should, Mr. Layton. Do you remember our last meeting in my shop? You pointed out a certain strange phenomenon occurring in photos taken within Full Sense. Yes, just one curiosity among the many we've seen in this town. It feels as though the whole of Full Sense conspires to keep a secret hidden from us. Your feeling is right, sir. You see, Full Sense is a cursed town. Cursed? To call it such may seem base, but I assure you the town's past is the very definition of the word. Perhaps the curse is a punishment we are meant to endure for the great mistakes of our past. But all nightmares eventually end, and I feel it won't be long now before we awaken. Huh? I encourage you to head to that castle in the distance and to meet with Duke Anton. Is this Anton the eldest son of the previous Duke? He is. Duke Anton has presided over Herzen Castle since his father's passing some time ago. I served the Herzen family until that day 50 years ago when I let it fall. When I left it all behind and fled. I don't think Anton will ever forgive me. You see, he's a man who abhors betrayal above all else. What transpired 50 years ago? The answers to all your questions can be found at the castle. I urge you to head there. Perhaps a voice of reason like yours might persuade Duke Anton to listen. If you believe it will settle the matter, we'll visit the castle. Yes, see with your own eyes what's become of this town. Perhaps then we'll finally reach the end of this dark tunnel we've been traveling through. I believe our destination has chosen us this time. You know where we must go next, don't you? The people we talked to are scared to death of the vampire they say is living up in that castle. And that chat with the photographer only raises more questions. What happened 50 years ago? And what the heck is going on in that castle? Almost overnight, the Herzen family became incredibly wealthy, and they discovered that gold claim. If we can understand the story behind that, our questions about the Elysian box will be answered. But how are we going to get into the castle, Professor? I don't think it's the kind of place we could just waltz into. I thought by now you know exactly how to get in, Luke. What do you mean? The carriage tracks we saw on the road to the castle were still very fresh. It would seem that the carriage is bringing something to the castle every day. We'd only follow the carriage to find our way to the castle. Oh, of course, the carriage is our ticket in. Now I've got the picture. I'm ready to go whenever you are, Professor. Just lead the way. Oop. We did it. Whoa. He needs tea. Whoa. See these shades? They're my favorite pair. But no matter how I wipe them, everything's still blurry. From where I stand, the lenses look just fine. Perhaps the root of the problem isn't your glasses at all. Tell me, do your eyes feel strained? Now that you mention it, I guess they do. Well, I'll be. Aren't you the fast thinker? If you can learn to relax, your eyes might feel better. How about a cup of nice tea to aid the effort? Tea, huh? Well, heck, if it's no bother, I'll take you up on that offer. Something relaxing and, what the heck, a little spicy and earthy would be great. Earthy. Spicy. Now relaxing. Not that. Smoky and energizing. Relaxing. Just taking that aroma, it's incredibly relaxing. Kind of makes you forget all your troubles for a minute, Professor? So it's the four, the seed, and the dandelion. I must confess, it's rather nice. As if the tea drove all the weariness from me. Wow, all that just for a couple sips? The good a cup of herb tea can do never fails to amaze me. It's Cayenne Twilight. The initial light taste of this tea soon turns into something spicy, perfect for unwinding. Now that's good. Oh, that's one spicy finish. I like. And, you know, I think my eyes do feel better. Thanks for the tea. It really helped me out. Oh, not again. What's the matter now, sir? I can still see that stupid fog. Maybe the air in Folsen's is just really polluted. So, the gate is still shut tight. In order to get in, we'll simply have to wait for the carriage to arrive. Say, there's the carriage now. Quick, hide. Easy. The gate's open now. And we've escaped their detection. If we're going to enter, now is our only chance. Move, quickly.
Jackpot!
Leave me alone. You're sure this forest is the only way to the castle, right? I'm not going to lie. This place is beyond spooky. Aye! Luke, what's the matter? A ghost. It appeared just a second ago over there. Oh, Luke, you know that there are no such things as ghosts. Your eyes must be playing tricks on you. But I'm positive I saw it, Professor. Deep breaths, Luke. When on edge, even something as harmless as a gnarled tree can look like a ghost. I suppose so. Feeling better? Good. Come along. We mustn't let the carriage get too far ahead. It's pitch black out there, Professor. Yes, without some sort of light, I don't believe we'll be able to advance. But what do we have here? We're in luck, my boy. I think someone left a lantern here. Use lamps to light up the dark forest paths. For each lamp, assume its light reaches to the end of any straight road. Use the fewest lamps possible to light all the paths. So where should the lamps go? They reach the end of a straight road. Interesting little game of Bomberman we got here. They don't show you the current progress. Think this goes everywhere? This is probably the fewest possible lamps. No. So unlike the smell ones from the train, they don't show you the current coverage. But what comes to mind for me is that there are 4 horizontal lines and 4 vertical lines. That means you need to have at least 4 lamps total in a Sudoku-y kind of way to make all those get covered. But then there's 3 diagonal lines, so you have to have one side of each one covered, because none of these are compatible with each other. You can't light up multiple with the same lamp. So that locks in 3 of the locations of the lamps are either here and here, here and here, here and here. It's about figuring out the right combination of those. That might be it. In Sudoku terms, there's 1 on each row. Yep.
And now to test my theory.
Correct.
Ah, wonderful.
Wonderful. Aha! Now we've got a light. Curious though, isn't it? Who would leave a perfectly good lantern out here? Can't imagine someone simply forgot it here. It's almost like someone is leaving a trail for us. This place is spooky enough without that creepy statue. That's a creepy statue to you? It's just a bird. The forest just goes on, and it's darker than ever here. Yes, but unfortunately, somebody left behind a second lantern. Let's see where we are. Same puzzle again? Yep. Once again, I don't think you can light up both sides of the diagonals. So this one's probably the bottom one because one of you is top and bottom. It's probably these ones because otherwise they'd be in the same row. Putting the top of this one and the bottom of that one. Probably there and there. Then one goes here. It's going all the way up there, right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so need one here and here. That would cover this, and this would cover that and that. Ta-da!
Let's see if this works.
Came to the realization that, of course, I can just mark the lines.
Layton's apprentice strikes again.
Okay, the diagonals narrow them down really quickly because you can only have 2 options. It has to go in one of each side. I say one of 2 options, but like between all of them. Well, they also have a tendency to impact how you would use each of them anyway. Finally, some light. Now that the path is easier to follow, let's move ahead. Look at this strange mushroom, Professor. Curious. I've never seen this type before. Let me study it in just a moment before we move on. What the hell? Collect all of the mushrooms in this forest as you pass through. Each circular clearing of the map contains mushrooms. You don't want to spend too long in the creepy forest, though, so find the quickest route through that visits each clearing only once. Stay on the roadways. Okay. I guess I can draw it, right? Yep. Make sure I didn't make any mistakes here. Yep.
Here goes.
Less of a narratable thought process and more of just
That was almost too easy.
drawing a line and then fixing it when it doesn't work. That's it. Now that your curiosity is satisfied, can we please move on, Professor? This mushroom has gotten poison written all over it, which is weird because mushrooms don't know English. Professor, I hate to say it again, but I think we need a little more light out there. All right, let's see if we can't use this lantern to get back get our bearings. Part 3. So many of these. Okay. really hard to draw lines straight sometimes. Damn. Ooh. Jesus. It's whenever I'm trying to draw a line downward with my mouse. That's covered. So down here and up there. Da 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 da.
Piece of cake.
It's just kind of a vibe. Just filling a maze. Yay! I can see again. That's much better.
Jackpot.
Oh, I've been interrupted. That was a weird queuing of animations. So it did register that I had clicked on it, but it wanted to finish the other thing first. Alright, will the mushroom be replaced? This one was. This one's missing.
Let's see if this works. Layton's apprentice strikes again.
Stump's gone. It's like the first thing I look at. Like, I was looking at it while I was waiting for the transition to load. I was like, there's a stump back there. I wonder if it's missing.
Wonderful.
And it was. Two mushrooms, stump. The zigzag branches. I am a little thrown by the fact that the two pictures are at different resolutions because of how I'm laying it out. Is there a missing tree? It still messes with me that the boundaries of the two photos are different. There's just parts of it that are cut off in the other one. Making it hard to compare stuff near the edges because they are different. Okay, I don't see it. Now I'm the one with tired eyes. Stump, stump, stump. Anything different in the tree trunk? Huh. This little shape's here in both of them. I don't know if it's just a gap between the trees or a lantern. Nope, this bush thing is up here. Oh, God, where is it? Oh, there's less tree bush up here. Tree bush?
Let's see if this works.
You know, nowadays they always shave the trees, but back in the old days. Nope, and that's the one. Oh look, I found a hidden puzzle. It's said that ancient peoples came up with constellations by staring up at the stars in the night sky. That's it. That's the whole thought. The ancient people once thought of constellations. And only them, no one else. Anyway, here's a star-laden puzzle to celebrate their achievements. Below is a 6x6 grid of sky and stars arranged into 9 larger blocks. Move the larger blocks so that each row and column contains 3 stars. Blocks with no surrounding outlines can't be moved. They have so little space to talk about stuff because they have to explain the puzzle, obviously. So it's just very funny when they try to throw in, like, any other stuff. But it's like such a shallow gesture at the idea of like culture or whatever. So it's like it comes across as extremely funny the way that they barely gesture at the idea. Ancient people thought of constellations once. Crazy, right? Or earlier when it was like, you know, the Japanese say that when something's bitter, that's, you know, they say that medicine has to taste bad. And only the Japanese. Definitely no like Mary Poppins shit going on in other cultures that are maybe more relevant to the setting. Just the Japanese specifically, which is like, I don't remember if this game is originally in Japanese or not. But like it comes across as like a strange little bit of like, ah yes, those Easterners have those crazy ideas, and it's like, what a weird little line to put in when you're like, it's just a really normal thought everyone has, but okay. A 6x6 grid of sky and stars arranged into 9 larger blocks. Each row and column must contain 3 stars. Blocks with no surrounding outlines can't be moved. Okay. These have 4. Oh, right, no. Each individual column, they're just joined to each other. Okay. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that has to be this one because there's 1 here. So that's the only way to accomplish that side. So this part's actually guaranteed to be this one. And I guess based on that, this is also one that only has 1 slot. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So it has to be 2 on the bottom. That one has to go there. These 2 are definitely where they're supposed to be. Now we just need to get the maths to add up. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Brrr. Okay, let's switch these vertically, maybe. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yep.
And now to test my
Smile. Okay. Freaking smile.
A true gentleman leaves no puzzle unsolved.
Brilliant. I love when sometimes the post puzzle description just kind of gives up. You're like, nice, and that's it. Phew, that wasn't easy. Right.
Oh, over here.
Yep. Gotta click the stump that's missing and then click on this mushroom. Nope. But this mushroom was the missing one. Those are usually bonus coins. We don't need them, but if I know they're there, I might as well be clicking on them to feel good about myself. In some way. That's Harrison Castle up there. Oh. When did it get so chilly? Indeed, it's so cold out here that the lake is frozen over. Oh, I have an idea for a shortcut. The lake in front of the professor is frozen solid. The ice is thick enough to stand on, but so slippery that any movement in any direction causes him to slide uncontrollably in that direction until he hits the wall. When stationary, you can change the professor's direction by tapping the arrows around him. Can you guide the professor through the slippery lake of the road? Yeah. It's a nice block puzzle. We have, in fact, done these before. Alright, so to get here, I need to... But it can't be down here because you couldn't stop here, so it'd have to be here. So I need to go there. The only way to get here is to come from this way. How do I come from that direction? It's from here. There it is.
And now to test
Most
my
mazes can be solved backwards.
Ha! Wonderful.
Phew, that was super slippery. Our crossing went as well as could be hoped for, but we can't stop here. Off we go. What was that? Whoa, watch your step here, Professor. It's nothing but ice. There's no snow for us to walk on here, so we need to tread carefully. Just a second ice puzzle. I guess so. Okay. So so it has to be here. There. Which means I have to land here, there. Which this would be, that'll work too. So arrive here, 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 here. Would you get there by landing here? Which means hitting here, then going that way? In a memo. Okay, so... Ah. Got it. In both cases, the trick was to immediately go back to the entrance.
Just leave it to me.
They make you go, I think they make you go forward at the beginning, but it's just a waste of time and you just turn back. You made it. Feels like you're getting the hang of these puzzles. Well, just the same, if you ever come back, don't fall in lakes and die. It's bad for you. Well done. It's a miracle we both made it across without taking a tumble. I sense we're getting close, Luke. Let's keep moving. And here, we are facing another frozen lake. Dear God. Okay, you can't really do this that way, so it'd have to be this one. Can't really stop there, so it'd have to be here. Forward, right, there, there. Ta-da!
And now to
This forest is full of really quick puzzles so far. Just blazing.
Gentleman leaves no puzzle unsolved.
My total is skyrocketing. We made it across. Now we've just a short distance left to cover and we'll be there. Yep, 115. That number went quite a bit higher, I think. What up, fam? Weird castle you got there. Professor, are you sure it's safe to cross this thing? It looks a bit rickety. Safe enough, I believe. Are you frightened, Luke? A little, yes. Just look, if I fell, that'd be the end of me for sure. I did open the box, though. That was fine. Now, Luke, it may seem scary, but if you stay calm and keep moving forward, you'll be just fine. Here, try this puzzle. It will take your mind off our little trip across the chasm. Or you'll lose your footing and fall to your death because you were distracted by a puzzle. This will take your mind off the bridge? A terrifying bridge puzzle? I think he might be a sociopath. I think Mr. Layton might be the villain of this game. Luke and Professor Layton stand at one end of a rickety old bridge. Afraid of falling into the chasm below, Luke's legs have become stiff with fear and he can only walk across the bridge in increments of 1 or 3 planks at a time. The narrowness of the bridge prevents Luke from doubling back the way he came, or switching the foot he's using to step forward when he's standing on it. Using your stylus to create a path that guides Luke safely across the bridge, avoiding gaps in place. He has to walk forward 1 or 3 planks. And he's gonna all be alternating feet, it looks like. Yep. No. No. So it has to land here. It has to land here. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so 1, 1, 3, 3, 3, 1, 1, 1, 3. One, 1, 3, 3, 3, 1, 1, 3. There we go.
Consider this puzzle solved.
Once again, just solve every maze backwards.
Ha! Wonderful.
Because the whole trick is that you have so many crazy options on your way going forward, and how do you pick which one's right? But if you're going backwards from the solution, you're like, oh, there's often like one choice every step of the way. Well, I suppose I feel a little better, but this bridge still makes me nervous. I don't know why I thought this would help. The Harrisons should have invested a little in that legendary wealth into repairing this ratty bridge. You're being judgmental, Luke. I don't think they appreciate that, Luke. Wow, this place is even creepier looking up close. Feeling nervous again, are you? Not in the slightest. Let's go, Professor. Somebody help me. What seems to be the problem, sir? There's a vampire in that castle. I thought I was a goner, but I managed to give him the slip. A real vampire? I didn't stick around to check his fangs, sonny boy. I've got to get away from here. So what do you think about all this vampire business now, Professor? The rumor does seem to have spread throughout the population of Volsense. Well, do you think maybe it could be, more than a rumor? That's what we're here to find out. Just a few more steps and we'll find our answer ourselves. Oop, chapter transition. It has been a bit. Chapter 7, An Encounter at the End of the Line. That's clearly the older brother from the painting.
Oh, over here!
It would appear you've solved at least 80 puzzles. I commend your perseverance and proclaim you worthy of entrance to this castle.
Welcome.
Nigel, the vampire. Normal.
Sorry to intrude, but we are investigating an important antique. This box we have here. The emblem on its lid seems connected to your house in some way. Would you have time to answer a few questions?
I think this matter would best be addressed by the master. Please, come inside.
Wow, this place is really something else.
Indeed, Luke. This castle is extremely impressive.
Right this way, please.
Good evening. Welcome to my house. So, if I understand correctly, you're saying people fear the box because they believe it kills anyone who opens it. That's quite a story, isn't it?
It seems that the design on this box is connected to your family in some way. Can you tell me anything about this?
It's true that it was a Herzen family heirloom. Although I parted with it a number of years ago, the garish emblem you mentioned wasn't exactly, suited to my taste.
Personally, I think it's quite spectacular.
Oh, is that so? Well, chalk it up to my bad taste then.
You know, I don't think he's telling us the whole story.
Perhaps not. It's hard to say just yet.
I'm sorry I'm not much help, though I confess, visitors are always delightful. I'm sure you've had a long journey, so please do stay the night. Prepare the quarters for our guests, Nigel.
Yes, right away, Master.
Wow, this is the poshest room I've ever seen, and that's most of what I care about. It's a room befitting the wealthiest and most influential family of Volsense. I have a hard time believing a place as pretty as this has a vampire looking about it. I'm stupid. Oh, you never know, Luke. Maybe Anton himself is a vampire, and you just haven't realized it yet. Anton? No way, he seemed like a perfectly nice guy to me. Wait a second, I thought you didn't believe in vampires. Are you pulling my leg? But there is something strange going on, now that you mention it. Remember that picture we saw in the Hertz Museum? Anton was in it, wasn't he? The thing is, even though the photo was taken 50 years ago, Anton doesn't look a day older. So it's been bothering you too, has it? I can't quite understand how it could be possible. It's especially odd given that Mr. Beluga has clearly aged since the picture was taken. It would seem that both Anton and his castle warrant further examination. There's that famous Layton intuition acting up again. I suppose you could say that, though I'd hardly call it famous. Why don't we start our exploration of the castle with this room? Good idea. Let's get to it. This is a fascinating painting. Have you ever seen such a convincing illustration of a gala? From what we've seen of this castle, I'm certain the ball was extremely opulent. My, it's gotten late. There's time for a quick puzzle, then it's off to sleep, alright? The strange painting. The couple in this piece seem to be dancing high in the air, floating impossibly near the chandelier. But as it turns out, when viewed properly, there's nothing strange at all about this picture. If you look closely enough, one peculiar area of the painting hints at the reason the whole picture seems odd. Find the peculiar area and circle it to learn the truth. I mean, it's a reflection, right? They say find the one peculiar area, but I'm like, well, one, they have the reflection to their feet, but then there's also the bottoms of dresses here that are upside down to indicate they're on the wrong side. It says one peculiar painting that hints at the reason, and like, I guess the reflection, but like, there's definitely more than one peculiar part, so it feels iffy what they might mean that you're supposed to highlight.
Let's see if this works.
Okay.
That was almost too easy.
How easy. Yep, it's the reflection at the bottom. It really is a magnificent picture. Oh, what's this? Luke, tell me, do these two look familiar to you? It looks like Anton and... is that Katya? They're both immortal. Or something. I say, look at this picture. Is that full sense there? I think so. The artist's inscription here says that this painting was 50 years old. Looks pretty much the same as the faucets outside our window, though. What are you thinking, Professor? Oh, it's nothing. I was just pondering something. My, it's gotten late. It's been quite a day for us, so perhaps it's time to turn in. Yeah, I could use some sleep. Good night, Professor.
What? Professor, is that Katya?
The resemblance is striking.
What are they doing together? Oh!
Fear not, my dear. They're just the main course for this evening. And my, don't they look fresh.
That's a problem.
Oh, lovely. You're awake. It's been far too long since I've encountered prey so feisty.
Anton! What sort of madness is this?
I knew it! You are a vampire!
Well, if that's the case, it was rather foolish for you to venture here, wouldn't you say? But I'm afraid it's too late now. I must begin preparations. In the meantime, why don't you just stay put and enjoy each other's company? After all, it'll be your last chance.
Did you hear that? Anton's going to eat us for dinner. Luke, listen to me. Take a deep breath and collect yourself. But there's no cause for worry, my boy. Whoever tied these ropes did a poor job. With a little work, I may be able to get free. The roof wacky puzzle. As the stakes get higher, the puzzles still can maintain their silly. A man sits bound by a long length of rope among several posts. While he has no hope of untying the bonds, he can still move his legs. Were he to stand up and run away, his long trail of rope looks like it might catch on at least one of these posts. He'll need to use his legs to pull up any posts that prevent him from running away before he can dash off. Mark any posts that prevent the man from running away. Yeah, so that loop's not wrapped around it, and that one's not wrapped around it, so this one's not. Nope. Nope. It's hard to tell when you're looking at how long these ropes get. Let's see. This goes all the way back around. This one's not wrapped around it. That one's wrapped around it. This one's not wrapped around it either. Yeah, it's just this one, I think.
This should do the trick.
Yep.
A true gentleman leaves no puzzle unsolved.
You did it. Let's see. This is a tactic for marking it, it looks like. I guess that makes sense. Alright. We're finally free, but there's no time to stand around. We must find a way out, and quickly. But how? Well now. Alright, the hamster. I was literally about to say, the stakes are raised, and the game's like, I'm a wacky hamster, you want a quarter?